Hey, what's up guys? Squirrely here. Thanks for joining me as always. Today we're getting back to my roots. It's been a little while since I've posted a trading video, and some people seem to be missing them, so I'm going to talk about trading again. I don't really have a schedule or a plan when I post videos. I just, whatever's in my head, I randomly make a video about it, and I have just a huge list of ideas and topics, but I do love trading. I've been doing it for many years, so I figured I'd get back to it because there's been something that's been on there for a while that I've been wanting to talk about, a specific hat in general, and unfortunately this hat is tanking in price like a lot of others, so we're talking about the Burning Crones Dome. If you guys can think back to a video I did not too long ago, I talked about how multi-class and all-class hats were dropping and tanking in price. I mean, it seemed like nothing was safe. Killer Exclusive and others were, mid-tier, high-tier effects were dropping considerably, like 20, 30, 40, even like 50%. But the Crones Dome seemed like it was doing okay for a while. It wasn't dropping as hard. Some of the high-tier effects were still doing really strong. I think because of multiple things. It's still a beautiful hat. It's all-class. There's usually not a whole lot of them for sale. You can get them in any effect pretty much over the years. They've come out with a lot of different effects on them. It's paintable. It's beautiful. It's popular. Just everything about the Crones makes it such a great hat. It's also a super old school OG hat, so that's why I kind of like it. I've been seeing this hat in trade servers since like I first started trading. This hat it's been a really nice hat. But unfortunately, the Burning Crones is not safe either. So the Burning Crones has dropped in price, and what do you think happens when a really high tier hat with a high tier effect drops dramatically? It brings everything down with it, because it doesn't make sense to pay the same price for like a god tier hat as like a mid tier hat if they're the same price. Like, might as well just get the god tier hat. So the mid-tier effects and other higher tier effects will probably drop down as well. So if you open up backpack.tf, you can see the different Crones Domes on here. And can you even find the Burning Crones? Like, it should be up here near the top, right? But it's hard to find it. It's way over here. It's almost on the third row. So, there's my phone. You can see it's way over here. It's on the end of the second row, and it's only 500 keys, which might sound like a lot, but let me show you in comparison. If you look at the suggestions, the Burning Crones, about less than a year ago, was 1,300 keys. And you could basically one-for-one this for a golden pan, and people did. Then the price got cut almost in half, 755 keys, which is a very large drop. That's brutal. And look now, more recently, 755 keys dropped again to, basically 500 keys. The fact that you could, less than a year ago, one-for-one this hat for a golden pan, and people did. I mean, with my golden pan, I don't think I would even accept 3 clean Burning Crones Domes. I mean, that's how bad it is. If you look on the classifieds as well, there used to be 1 or 2 for sale. Usually there'd be like one really clean one that, would go for a lot, and one other duped one or a cheaper one. But we have 5 of them for sale. So there's way more of them for sale. And look at the price. Some people are asking the older price. Look at this. And I looked at the history on this one. 1 history, so I don't know if it's unboxed or he traded it or he bought it somewhere off the market, but that is super clean. He's only asking for 500 keys, but look at the overpay. He only wants 40 keys in overpay. That is unreal. Usually for something this nice, you want like 20, 30% overpay. The fact that you only want 40 keys of overpay is just another statement of just how much this hat is struggling and dropping in price. So this guy's just trying to get rid of it at this point. I mean, I would feel terrible if I had a hat that was worth 12, 1,300, 1,400 keys, and then I come back a year later and it's worth a third of that. I mean, that's really rough. But this just goes to show you that things are evolving with trading. I think trading's still going very strong, but overall, things are moving and flowing in different directions. So the old Halloween effects are still going very strong. I might make a separate video on that because the old school Halloween, those are super expensive. They seem to just keep getting more expensive. But these older first gens and other high tier effects, they're dropping in price, so it's a good time to buy. I mean, I love this hat. I mean, now it's so cheap, maybe I'll go get a Burning Crones Zone. I mean, I probably won't because I don't want to have to resell it and struggle, but this is a hat that a couple years ago, this was like, oh my gosh, I saw a Burning Crones Zone in a server, and it was the most expensive hat I've ever seen, and it's just a beautiful, super high tier, like probably the number 3 or 4 hat in the entire game, and it's not safe either. It's dropping really hard in price. Alright, you guys, well, that's it. Thank you for joining me. As always, this is YouTube. You know how to show your support. Feel free to say hi, what's up, if you see me in casual. Please don't chase me and focus me too much. But it's great to see people that notice me and say hi in game. And sometimes I'll drop my golden pan and joke around with them. But have a great one, you guys. And until next time, peace.
Thanks.